गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट, मैं डॉक्टर मनोज शर्मा आप सभी का एजुसेट प्रसारण पे स्वागत करता हूँ। बायोमॉलिक्यूल श्रृंखला के दूसरे लेक्चर में आज मैक्रोमॉलिक्यूल्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। हमने पिछले लेसन में पढ़ा कि मोनोमरिक यूनिट्स क्या होती हैं, जैसे कि अमाइनो एसिड्स, शुगर्स, फैटी एसिड्स एक्सेट्रा। और हमने जीव जगत में पाए जाने वाले कुछ एलिमेंट्स, मुख्य रूप से जो एलिमेंट्स इनऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंस जो उपस्थित होते हैं उनके बारे में भी पढ़ा। आज का लेक्चर देने के बाद हम बच्चों ये समझ पाएंगे कि व्हाट आर बायोमैक्रोमॉलिक्यूल्स, what are the types of biomacromolecules, then molecular structure of macromolecules, and what are the function of macromolecules. Then students, let us first take what are biomacromolecules. Students, there is one feature common to all those compounds found in the acidic soluble pool. आपको ध्यान होगा कि हमने पिछले एपिसोड में एक एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म किया था जिसमें हमने प्लांट और एनिमल टिश्यू के द्वारा एक एसिड सॉल्युबल पूल और एक एसिड इनसॉल्युबल पूल प्राप्त किया था। तो आज एसिड सॉल्युबल पूल में पाए जाने वाले सभी कंपाउंड्स के अंदर कुछ प्रकार के फीचर्स जो हैं वो कॉमन होते हैं। देयर इज़ वन फीचर कॉमन टू ऑल दोज कंपाउंड फाउंड इन एसिड सॉल्युबल पूल इज दैट दे हैव मॉलिक्यूलर वेट रेंजिंग फ्रॉम 18 to around 800 daltons. This is an approximately figure. The acid insoluble fractions, 4 type of organic compounds. These compounds are protein, nucleic acids, polysaccharides and lipids. These classes of compounds, with the exception of lipids, have molecular weights in the range of 10,000 daltons and above. For this very reason, biomolecules found in the living organisms are of two types. One, those which have molecular weight less than 1000 daltons and are usually referred to as micromolecules or simply biomolecules, while those which are found in acid insoluble fraction are called macromolecules or biomacromolecules because they have larger molecular weight. So students, the molecules in the insoluble fraction with the exception of lipids are polymeric substances. Now students, the question rises, why do lipids whose molecular weight is less than 800 daltons come in this group? Why? It comes in acid insoluble pool. However, this is a fraction of only macromolecules. Lipids are indeed small molecular weight compounds and are present not only as such but also arranged into structure like cell membranes and other membranes also, such as nuclear membrane, then vacuolar membrane, which is also known as the tonoplast. When we grind a tissue, we are disrupting the cell structure. Cell membrane and other membranes are broken into pieces and form vesicles which are not water soluble. Therefore, These membranes fragments in the form of vesicle get separated along with the acid insoluble pool and hence in the macromolecular fraction. तो बच्चों, हमने जाना कि जब हम किसी लिविंग टिश्यू को ग्राइंड करते हैं तो जितने भी उसमें लिपिड्स हैं वो क्योंकि सारे के सारे बायोमेम्ब्रेन्स का पार्ट है, तो वो बायोमेम्ब्रेन्स जो हैं वो रैप्चर कर जाती है और उनकी छोटी छोटी वेसिकल्स बन जाती हैं, और जब हम उसको फ्रैक्शन को सेपरेट करते हैं तो वो इनसॉल्यूबल पूल में आ जाती है। इसीलिए ही जो लिपिड्स हैं वो माइक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स का पार्ट होते हुए भी मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स में आ जाते हैं। लिपिड्स आर नॉट स्ट्रिक्टली macromolecules. All this indicates. Now students, the acid soluble pool represent roughly the cytoplasmic composition. The macromolecules from cytoplasm and organelles becomes the acid insoluble fraction. जो साइटोप्लाज्म है और जो उसके अंदर ऑर्गेनेलीज हैं वो दोनों ही मिलके एसिड सॉल्यूबल पूल को बनाती हैं। द मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स फ्रॉम साइटोप्लाज्म एंड ऑर्गेनेलीज बिकम द एसिड इनसॉल्यूबल फ्रैक्शन। टुगेदर दे रिप्रेजेंट्स द एंटायर केमिकल कंपोजिशन ऑफ द लिविंग टिश्यू और organisms. The slide coming on your screen, student, shows the percentage content of living tissue. The various components which occurs in the living tissues contain water, proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids and iron. However, their composition is water is 70 to 90%, proteins are 10 to 15%, carbohydrates are 3%, lipids are 2%, nucleic acids are 5 to 7% and ions are 1%. So, this is the average composition of a typical cell. Now, students, what are proteins? हमारे शरीर में या किसी भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के शरीर में कोशिकाएं जो भी कार्य करती हैं या ऑर्गेनिज्म जो भी कार्य करता है, फिजियोलॉजिकल फंक्शंस, सभी प्रोटीन्स के द्वारा कहीं ना कहीं से कंट्रोल होते हैं. एक्चुअली ऑल एंजाइम्स आर प्रोटीन्स. ये स्ट्रक्चरल कंपोनेंट भी हो सकते हैं, जैसे कि आपके बाल प्रोटीन से बने हैं, आपके नाखून प्रोटीन से बने हैं, आपकी स्किन का ऊपर का हिस्सा भी प्रोटीन से बना है. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, प्रोटीन्स आर पॉलीपेप्टाइड्स. दे आर linear chains of amino acid linked by peptide bonds. Each protein is a polymer of amino acid, and we know it that there are 21 different type of amino acid occurs in a living world. These are alanine, cysteine, proline, tryptophan, lysine, etc. A protein is a हेट्रोपोलीमर और होमोपोलीमर. इसका मतलब ये है कि प्रोटीन अनेक प्रकार के अमाइनो एसिड से मिली श्रृंखला भी हो सकती है और सिर्फ एक प्रकार के अमाइनो एसिड से मिली श्रृंखला भी हो सकती है. अगर कई प्रकार के अमाइनो एसिड एक प्रोटीन में उपस्थित हों तो हम उसको हेट्रोपोलीमर बोलते हैं, और अगर एक प्रकार का अमाइनो एसिड प्रोटीन में पाया जाए तो हम उसको होमोपॉलीमर बोलते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स, डाइटरी प्रोटीन्स आर द सोर्स ऑफ एसेंशियल अमाइनो एसिड. ऐसे अमाइनो एसिड्स जो हमारे खाद्य पदार्थों के द्वारा ही शरीर में पहुँचे। इस प्रकार के अमाइनो एसिड्स को हम इसेंशियल अमाइनो एसिड कहते हैं। अमाइनो एसिड कैन बी essential or non-essential on the basis of this. Proteins carry out many functions in living organisms. Some transport nutrients across the cell membrane. Some proteins are responsible for the transport of nutrients across the membrane. Some fight with infectious organisms, and some others are act as hormones. However, majority of protein act as enzymes in different physiological reactions, whatever it may be, catabolic or anabolic. Now student, collagen is a protein which occurs in abundance in animals. Then rubisco, ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase, is a protein which is found in most abundance in the whole biosphere, because it is an important part of the plants and responsible for the photosynthesis. So, you know, plants occurs in biosphere in majority, and they contain the rubisco in their chloroplast component. Now students, आपके स्क्रीन पे दिखाई गई टेबल प्रोटीन्स और उनके द्वारा किए जाने वाले विभिन्न कार्यों को दर्शा रही है। इसमें दिखाया गया है कि पहला प्रोटीन जो है वो कोलेजन है। इट एक्ट एज इंट्रासेलुलर ground substance. Then the second protein is trypsin. It is an enzyme. Then insulin, you know, it is a major component responsible for the conversion or storage of sugar into liver. Insulin is a hormone. Now some antibodies which fight with the infectious agents are also proteins. Then some receptor molecules in the cells are also protein. Students, let us talk about the second polymers found in the living world. These are polysaccharides, the molecules which are made up of monosaccharides, the repeated unit of monosaccharides. And what are monosaccharides? Actually, these are the sugars, and mostly in polysaccharides there occurs the 6 carbon sugars. In the acid insoluble pellets has polysaccharides, which are also known as carbohydrate. Polysaccharides are long chains of sugars. They are thread containing different monosaccharides as binding blocks. Example is cellulose. It is a polymer of only one type of monosaccharide, that is glucose. Now that is why it is known as homopolymer, because this cellulose is made up of only one type of unit, that is the glucose unit. When many glucose units combine with each other and forms a thread like structure, then cellulose is formed. The second type of polysaccharide is starch. It is another one, but present as a storehouse of energy in the plant tissue. Starch forms the helical secondary structure, whereas the cellulose is a thread like structure, but the starch contains the helical structure. In fact, starch can hold 12 molecules in a helical portion. Then another type of polysaccharide is, which is an animal polysaccharide, and that is known as glycogen. It is a storage form in animal tissue. On the other hand, inulin is a polymer of fructose in a polysaccharide chain, say glycogen. Inulin is a part of glycogen, but it is made up of fructose units. Now, in a polymer of polysaccharides, the right end is called as the reducing end and the left end is called as the non-reducing end. It has branches as shown in the form of pictures on your screen. Now students, do you know paper is made up of cellulose and cotton fibers are also made up of cellulose. There are more complex polysaccharides observed in nature. They have building blocks like amino sugars and chemically modified sugars. The example of such polysaccharide is glucosamine and N-acetyl glucosamine. The exoskeleton of arthropods, for example, have a complex polysaccharide called chitin. These complex polysaccharides are heteropolymer, means it is made up of many type of polysaccharide units. Students, the third macromolecules observed in the living world is nucleic acid. You know, there are two different type of nucleic acid occurs in nature. These are DNA, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid, and RNA, that is ribose nucleic acid. Now nucleic acids are polynucleotides, means these are made up of polynucleotide chains. So students, the building blocks of nucleic acids are nucleotides. A nucleotide has three compounds distinctly arranged. One is the heterocyclic compound, and we all know these are the bases of nucleic acid, जैसे कि एडेनिन, गुआनिन, थायमिन, cytosine and uracil. These are 5 different bases found in nucleic acids. The second compound is a ribose sugar that may be of two types, deoxyribose sugar and ribose sugar. The deoxyribose sugars occurs in DNA molecule, as from the name it indicates, deoxyribose nucleic acid, whereas ribose sugar occurs in RNA molecule, ribose nucleic acid. Now the third compound is phosphoric acid or phosphate molecule. All these three compounds when combined to form a nucleotide, and when the nucleotide is arranged in a single sequence, they form DNA molecule. As you notice in the figure, the heterocyclic compounds in nucleic acids are nitrogenous bases named, as I told you earlier, adenine, guanine, uracil, cytosine and thymine. Adenine and guanine are substituted purines, while the rest are substituted pyrimidines. The skeletal heterocyclic ring is called as purine and the next is called as pyrimidine respectively. The sugar found in Polynucleotide is either ribose, monosaccharide, pentose, or deoxyribose monosaccharide. It is also a monosaccharide, pentose sugar. Proteins are mentioned earlier are heteropolymers containing strings of amino acid. Structure of molecule means different thing in different context. Students, एक पर्टिकुलर मॉलिक्यूल की स्ट्रक्चर को हम अलग अलग कॉन्टेंट्स में डिफरेंट वे से ले सकते हैं. जैसे कि अगर हम इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में बात करें, द स्ट्रक्चरल इन्वेरिएबली रेफर्स द मॉलिक्यूलर फार्मूला ऑफ पर्टिकुलर मॉलिक्यूल्स. जैसे कि एग्जाम्पल लें, NaCl मीन्स सोडियम क्लोराइड. हेयर the meaning of structure is the molecular formula of sodium chloride. It is made up of two type of elements, sodium and chloride. Similarly, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, etc. However, in context of organic chemistry, we write a two-dimensional structure of the molecules while representing the structure of the molecule. In physics, the emphasis is given on the three-dimensional views of molecular structure. We always try to emphasize on the three-dimensional structure in case of physics, whereas in biology, the protein structures occurs at 4 levels, means there occurs a tertiary structure also. All amino acids are arranged in a single sequence in a protein. This linear sequence of amino acid is known as the primary structure, as observed on your screen. Now, student, the left end represents the first amino acid. In a sequence of amino acid, left hand side represents the first amino acid, and the right hand side of the sequence, the last amino acid on the right hand side represents the last amino acids in a linear sequence. So, the first may be the N-terminal amino acid and the last may be the C-terminal amino acid. A protein thread does not exist throughout as an extended rigid rod. The thread is folded in the form of a हेलिक्स, हेलिकल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, जैसे कि आपके स्क्रीन पे दिखाई दे रहा है. दिस हेलिकल फॉर्म इज कॉल्ड एज द सेकेंडरी स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ प्रोटीन. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, इन अ प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल only some portion of the protein thread are arranged in a form of helix. However, rigid right-handed helix are observed. The helical structure of protein is known as secondary structure. In addition, the long protein chains are again folded to form a woolen ball like structure. This type of protein structure is known as tertiary structure. Student, as shown on your screen. Now, the tertiary structure is absolutely necessary for all biological activities of. The long protein chains is also folded upon itself like a hollow woolen ball, giving rise to the tertiary structure. This gives us a three-dimensional view of the protein molecule. Now the tertiary structure is absolutely necessary for the many biological activities of protein. Some proteins are an assembly of more than one polypeptides of subunits. The manner in which these individual folded polypeptides or subunits are arranged with respect to the each other, that is linear strings of spheres arranged in one upon another and each other in the form of a cube or plates, is the architecture of a protein, otherwise called as the quaternary structure of a protein. For example, students, in adult human hemoglobin consists of 4 subunits. 2 of these are identical to each other and hence 2 subunit of a type and 2 subunit of beta type together constitute the human hemoglobin. In a polypeptide or a protein, amino acids are linked by a peptide bond. Now students, let us discuss the nature of bond linking monomers in polymers. जितने भी पॉलीमर्स हैं उनमें मोनोमरिक यूनिट्स एक दूसरे से किसी न किसी बॉन्ड से जुड़ी हुई होती हैं और हम इन बॉन्ड्स को अब डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं. In a polypeptide or a protein, amino acids are linked together by peptide bond, which is formed when the carboxylic group of one amino acid reacts with the amino group of other amino acid with the elimination of the water molecule. The process is called as the dehydration, and thus the bond form is known as the polypeptide bond. In a polysaccharide, the individual monomeric units are or monosaccharide units are linked by a glycosidic bond. These bonds is also formed by the dehydration process. These bonds are of 2 types: alpha glycosidic bonds and the beta glycosidic bond, depends upon the orientation of the molecule. However, in a nucleic acid, a phosphate moiety links the 3' of one sugar of one nucleotide to the 5' carbon of the sugar of the succeeded nucleotide. The bond between the phosphate and the hydroxyl group of sugar is known as ester bond. As there is one such ester bond on either side, it is called as the polyphosphodiesteric bonds. Now students, nucleic acids exhibits a wide variety of secondary structures. For example, one of the secondary structure exhibited by DNA is the famous Watson and Crick model. वाटसन और क्रिक जो थे वो 2 साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने डीएनए के स्ट्रक्चर को डिटेल में डिस्क्राइब किया और ऐसी एक स्ट्रक्चर को हम वाटसन एंड क्रिक मॉडल के नाम से जानते हैं. द मॉडल सेज दैट डीएनए exists as a double helix. The 2 strands of the polynucleotides are anti-parallel to each other. Means जो दोनों एंड है वो एक दूसरे के एंटी पैरेलल होते हैं. द बैकबोन इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द sugar phosphate sugar bonds or sugar phosphate sugar chains. The nitrogenous bases are projected more or less perpendicular to the backbone, but the face inside, and adenine and guanine of one strand compulsorily have pair with thymine and cytosine. Means adenine और guanine जो हैं वो compulsorily थायमिन और साइटोसिन के साथ बॉन्ड बनाते हैं। दिस इज ऑब्जर्व ऑन योर स्क्रीन स्टूडेंट्स। नाउ देर आर 2 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बिटवीन हाइड्रोजन एडेनिन एंड थायमिन। इनके बीच में 2 हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड होती हैं। However, in case of guanine and cytosine, there exist 3 hydrogen bonds. Now student, each strand appears like a helical staircase. In case of the structure explained by Watson and Crick. In higher classes, students, you will be told that there are more than a dozen forms of DNA named after English alphabet with unique structural features. Students, अब तक हमने पढ़ा कि माइक्रोमॉलिक्यूल्स क्या हैं जो कि जीव जगत में पाए जाते हैं, और मैक्रोमॉलिक्यूल्स यानी कि पॉलीसेक्राइड्स क्या हैं। हमने उनके प्रकार पढ़े और हमने ये जाना कि उनका क्या क्या कार्य हो सकता है। नाउ स्टूडेंट, लेट अस डू सम एक्सरसाइज। आप ये घर पे करके देखें या स्कूल में, और अपनी ऑब्जर्वेशंस को नोट करें। स्टूडेंट्स, विद द हेल्प ऑफ बीड्स एंड स्टिक्स try to make 3-dimensional structures of molecules as described in this chapter, and you also try to convert milk into curd or yogurt and understand the phenomena in reference to protein. तो बच्चों, आप अपने टीचर की सहायता से ये समझने की कोशिश करें कि जब दूध कर्ड में कन्वर्ट होता है, दही में कन्वर्ट होता है, तो उस समय क्या उसके अंदर क्रियाएं होती हैं, और इसको प्रोटीन्स के रेफरेंस में जानें। आप लोग कॉमर्शियली अवेलेबल बॉल्स एंड स्टिक्स के द्वारा भी 3-डायमेंशनल स्ट्रक्चर मॉलिक्यूल्स की बना सकते हैं, और ये स्ट्रक्चर्स बना के ही आपको एग्जैक्टली पता लगेगा कि एक मॉलिक्यूल जो बायोमॉलिक्यूल है उसकी 3D स्ट्रक्चर क्या होती है। थैंक यू स्टूडेंट।